Okay, thank you for watching this video. This video is going to go over the score graph feature. So again, this is the pop-up window that comes up when I go to log in. I'm going to go over to the side here and click on the score graph and SAT, because this particular student is an SAT student, but if they're an ACT student, it worked just the same. And again, the purpose of the score graph ultimately is to kind of see your progression throughout these tests. So you can see we have the test name, the order in which I took them, the date, the time in which I took them, and my score overall compared to the individual sections. And one neat feature with the score graph is I can select particular tests or click up here to select them all, and then click on Go to Score Graph. And what this does is it puts them all in order, in the order in which I took them, and also allows me to see improvement. So you can see on my first test, which was the FO1 test, obviously there's no improvement because that's the starting or the reference value. But when I took my next test, EO5, you could see I went down 20 points in reading, down 20 points in writing, down 50 points in math. So I went down overall 80 points. However, when I took the score test again, we can see, and again, this is always from the reference. So I had a 340, which is 10 points higher than I started, 320, which is 30 points from where I started, and a 730, which is 40 points higher than I started. It's not showing me improvement from the test prior, but rather from my starting value. So overall, I am 80 points higher on the last test, TO7, compared to where I was initially. So again, this is a good way to kind of see your progress from your starting point as you move along. And along with that, we also have these graphs, which are a great way to visualize your improvement. And it's important to note, not all progress will be linear. Some tests will be more difficult than others. So it will be okay to go down a little bit as long as the overall progression is heading in the positive direction. All right, so don't be discouraged if you see that you scored lower on one test, because one test does not reflect the overall progress you are making. All right, and you can see we have these graphs for each and every test that I take. And although I've only taken 3, we can show up to, I believe, 50 tests on here. So you can see your progress throughout the program. All right, thank you for watching this video on the score graph, and have a great rest of your day.